Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. It is a beautiful Saturday morning, and we got some firearms loaded up, and we are headed to the lead dump to send some lead downrange. A couple stops to make on the way. I've had a couple requests for some pumpkin videos, shooting pumpkins. However, they're kind of expensive. So I have some calls into a couple of the orchards that are in my area, and they said that once they get some bad pumpkins that they can't sell in, that they will call me and let me know, and I can have those. If I don't hear from them in the next week or two, I'll probably just end up going and biting the bullet, pun intended, and just buying some, because you guys requested it. I gotta make it happen. 'Tis the season. So for today's video, we're gonna go hit our local grocery store, pick up some produce, and see which caliber blows up fruit the best. So I think I have some pretty decent ideas. We'll shoot them, we'll see, and you guys let me know what you think. So again, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom, and I will see you up at the lead dump. Okay, so it's introduction time. This right here, we'll start with Ryder. Hey, sit. This is Ryder. As you can see, he loves sticks more than anything. He is our 2-year-old black lab, and he is just a little ball of energy. This here is Zuki. You want to say hi? She is 9 years old, almost 10. Loves to nap and snuggle. Doesn't care too much for sticks or running. I know, it's ridiculous. So these are mine and Rachel's pups. And yes, they love the Freedom compound almost as much as Rachel and I do. Alright everybody, so Rachel just took the pups home. Glad you guys finally got to meet them. So that means it's time to get some stuff set up and to start shooting. But before we do, I wanted to give you guys a rundown on all of the firearms we're going to be using today. So, first up is we have the Ruger P95, chambered in 9mm. Then we have my personal favorite, the Sig Sauer P320 M18. Again, chambered in 9mm. Then we have the Taurus Judge. We brought with us the 410 long Colt, the 45 long Colts, as well as the slugged 410 shotgun shells. Then we have our Springfield 1911, chambered in 45 ACP. And one thing I wanted to show you guys real quick was this is the 45 ACP. This is the 45 long Colt. Same bullet size, shoots the same caliber, but look at the difference in the casing. So the 45 long Colt is gonna fire at a higher velocity because there's more powder in there. So then we have our Brigade BMF AR9, chambered in 9mm. And last but not least, we have the big dog. We have the Lander Arms AR12 12 gauge shotgun. Today we're going to be using Fetter shells. You can see that they are 1 1/8 loads with double-aught buckshot. And of course, we have our ear protection and eye protection. So now that you saw what firearms we're going to be using, I'll show you what we're going to be shooting. Don't spin that way. I got a surprise for you guys. So these were on sale, so I picked up 4-gallon jugs of water because they make a pretty nice splash. Then we have just a ton of apples. Then we have some green bell peppers. I picked green because they felt a little bit more dense than the orange and yellow. Not really sure if it matters. Maybe that's an experiment in itself. Then we got some tomatoes because these were on sale. We have some spaghetti squash because I don't really care for squash, so let's teach it a lesson. And surprise, I got 2 pumpkins. I saw them sitting there and I said, you know what, 'tis the season. Let's shoot some pumpkins. So first up is our Ruger P95, chambered in 9mm. I'm gonna have to be kind of selective on which guns I use. I didn't get that many squash, tomatoes, and green peppers, so we might skip a couple guns, but regardless, we're gonna shoot them all today. So next up is the old reliable, the Sig Sauer P320 M18, chambered in 9mm. Wash down. Next up is the Springfield 1911, chambered in 45 ACP. It's time for the judge. We're going to use the 45 long Colt since we just used the 45 ACP and do a little compare and contrast. Now this is a 5-shooter, so probably going to have to reload. So the 45 ACP is a lot easier to shoot. and that's probably because it is a little bit bigger gun. It's a longer barrel, bigger handle, so aiming is a lot easier on it. The 45 long Colts though do pack more of a kick because of the bigger casing. It's still a fun gun to shoot, so you know, if you don't shoot it every day, it is a little bit harder to be accurate with it. Got our Judge loaded up with the 410 slug shotgun shells, and again, since it's a 5-shot, we're gonna have to reload, so bear with me. It's raining squash. Okay, so I only have 4 left. Make them count. It's time for the AR9. Time for the AR-12. Now, because I'm shooting buckshot, I took the board away that I was using to place everything on, just because I don't want any of these BBs bouncing back at me. So this one's going to be fun. So I think my 2 favorites so far were the Judge with the 410 shotgun shells and the AR-12. So we set up the pumpkin, the last spaghetti squash that we have, and 2 gallon bottles of water. We're going to use our AR-12 on that, and then we're going to reset with the same setup for the 410 shotgun shells from the Judge. So it just occurred to me that I was out of 410 shotgun shells. So we're still going to use the Judge, and we have it loaded with the 410, 45 long Colts. Should make for a good splash. Second one didn't splash. I got an idea. did the trick. That pumpkin's still standing, and I'm not having it. That did the trick. So now that we have successfully shot all of the produce that we just bought, we're going to go ahead and give these targets a little workout and make them sing a little bit. All right, guys, the produce has been shot and pretty well destroyed. Now, I picked all this stuff because all of the stuff that I shot is perfectly fine for wildlife to eat. There's a lot of deer around here. There's bear. There's possums, which are really great for tick control. All this stuff is safe for them to eat. So we're just gonna leave all this stuff here with the exception of these little chunks of wrapper. I know deer like pumpkin a lot. They like apples. I don't know how they feel about spaghetti squash and tomatoes, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. We gave our targets a really nice workout. And again, I cannot thank those guys, Brett and Ian, at Mayhem Metals enough. With the exception of my carabiners and my chains, their targets are holding up awesome. I've put a lot of rounds into these targets so far, and no dents. I mean, the powder coating came off, but you know, that's to be expected when you're shooting it. But there's no dents, there's no dings. These things are holding up awesome, and honestly, I can't wait to expand the lead dump so that we can get some more off those guys. So all of our magazines are empty. Everything's been shot. It has been an awesome Saturday morning. So I want to thank you guys again for tuning in to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. If you liked what you saw, please click the like and subscribe. I will try my hardest to keep the content coming for you guys. I appreciate all the support. And you know what? While we're doing this, how close are we? We are at 992 subscribers, guys. 8 more, and the giveaway's coming. So I have a feeling it'll be here by the weekend, I hope. But again, I can't thank you guys enough for your support. This has been awesome. It's given me a reason to stop working, go have some fun, and it's just great. So again, thank you guys for tuning in to Gunpowder and Freedom. We'll see you on the next one.